we'll see what happens today. Okay. We have 3 really bad options here. Especially when... Wow. Okay, so this is quite bad. This is quite bad, as far as the start goes. At least we have Slime Boss to look forward to. But yeah, this is definitely quite bad as far as the start goes. Random rare card is very awful. Oftentimes you're saddled with something terrible, like, I don't know, everything in Watcher's rare pool pretty much, except for Vault Scroll and Lesson Learned. I think Watcher has 17 rare cards, so the chance that you get one of those 3 is like less than 1 in 5 if you click this button, which is obviously awful. And yeah, you're most likely going to be taking well, yeah, yeah, this is quite bad. This is quite bad, for sure. Let's upslay the party. Similarly spelled to Wraithworm guard. So this might be a snipe here. We can go like fight, question mark, fight, shop, question mark, fire, and then snipe the spicy elite. There is technically a 3 elite path, but that 3 elite path does not allow you to... Oh wait, no. Okay. There is this. Fight, shop, triple question mark into elite, fire, elite. This is not awful. Not awful. I can see this. I can see this. Now, the chances that we snipe on triple question mark are very high, actually. The problem is that we only get to go to 1 fight, which is very bad. But yeah, the chances to snipe on triple question mark are quite high. The problem for me isn't really this elite. The problem is, well, I guess, technically speaking, we could double snipe. There is potential for a double snipe to occur if we do this. And yeah, double snipe is very good, right? Double snipe is very good. And we technically do have a 6-9% chance to see a shop here, which is still fairly low. It's probably like a... I don't know. It's between like 10 and 15% that we see this, which is that we see a shop here, which is, yeah, not incredibly likely, of course. Yeah, there are a lot of enemies in the later half of the act, which I do really like. And we can technically go left after. Yeah, I think this is probably Lament. I really don't... I've only taken Lament once, I think, in the 30 runs. Or the 31 runs, rather. But I think Lament is actually completely legit here. Because we can do double snipe on the only 3 elite path. Well, technically there are 2 3 elite paths, but this is the only 3 elite path that goes through fires. So this is like probably the best path. So there's really like 2 ways to approach this path, right? There is also the fact that we can't really take the spicy elite here. Which is a bit of a sad story, right? We would certainly like to be able to take the spicy elite, but I do think that taking 3 elites is better than taking the spicy elite. Like, usually I would only try to go for the spicy elite if we can also take the spicy elite on the path with most elites. Because ultimately, right, this gives you nothing in terms of actual power level, right? So it's very, very important to aggressively pursue power early. So you've won 31 Racha runs in a row. That's correct. That is correct. Yeah, it's very, very important to aggressively pursue power early. And this is just not doing that as much as, say, this would be. Question marks in Act 1 are, generally speaking, not that bad. This is quite unfortunate. I really would like to see the shop a bit later. I would really, really like to see the shop a bit later. And, you know, technically speaking, we could even think about, you know, going left here, going shop, just taking the lament, and, like, honestly, guaranteeing that you're going to not take any damage in your first 3 combats isn't even that bad. It's not great, of course, but on average, it probably saves you about, like, 10-ish HP, and in low roll cases, it can actually save you, you know, like 15 plus HP, which is pretty big, honestly. 250 gold, remove 2, or transform 2. I think it's remove 2. I think remove 2 is probably the best. Like, remove 2 is better than transform 2 on average. Transform 2 does have more high roll potential than remove 2, but transform 2 is less consistent. Remove 2 is just very, very consistent. Yeah. Yeah, gold is, like, generally also fine, but the thing that I don't really love about gold is that you have to spend your gold in order to remove at shops, which is a problem, right? Because that means that subsequent removals cost more. So the idea is that hopefully we get a removal in these 3 events, and then that would make the rest of the act much nicer. Yeah, so it's never a random rare card. This is completely awful. Losing all gold for a rare relic is a problem, right? Because every single early path takes us through an early shop, except for this left path where we take 5, count them, 5 hallways into an elite, and then we can only take 2 elites in the act. So yeah, this just doesn't make any sense. So this makes no sense, this makes no sense, which means that we're basically choosing between Lament and Hidden Tactics says exponential growth cost of card removes, but unlimited per shop. Thoughts on how that would work for Slay the Spire? Interesting. Boss swap again, or play safe and save HP early on. Yeah, that's basically the question. That's basically the question. Exponential growth on card removes. So my initial thoughts on exponential growth on card removes would be that the, like, initial part of the curve would be probably, like, too shallow. Like, it would be really difficult to balance that, I think. Because if the initial part of the curve was shallow, then, you know, you just get, like, really easy early removes. And the problem with it being too steep is that it's just like way too difficult to remove, right? Also, unlimited removals per shop does sort of present an issue. Yeah. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Right. Exactly what Papa says. What's up, Deer Coke? How's it going? Watcher rares are kind of crappy. Yeah, Watcher rares are awful. Watcher rares are completely terrible. The only time when Watcher rares get really good is when you have Snecko Eye. If you have Snecko Eye, Watcher rares all of a sudden become amazingly strong. Like, amazingly strong. And pretty much only if you have Snecko Eye. So, okay, let's talk about the swap here. Technically speaking, this is a pretty good act for the swap. We can... If we were to take the swap, we would probably go here... We would probably go here, here, and then we'd decide between probably going left into the Spicy Elite, or left into upgrade into the Spicy Elite, or potentially like left into like here if we were feeling a little bit bad, or we'd go right into like elite, fire, like something like that. So yeah, we do have potential to take a fairly aggressive path, and we also have potential to take a somewhat conservative path, which is generally speaking what you like to look for in boss swap. Because if you swap into something that's bad, you don't want to be forced into paths that are going to kill you early. We also have Slime Boss, which means that the threshold that we have to reach for getting out of the act is much lower than normal. So boss swap is definitely, like, a genuine consideration here. Again, the question that we have to ask ourselves with the boss swap is boss swapping just better than what is essentially like a non-reward? But the thing is that it's not even a non-reward here, right? Because we get like, potentially we get 2 elites for free, which is ridiculous, right? Like 2 elites for free is absolutely absurd. Swap into P-Box, yeah. Do you still find Watcher runs interesting? How many of the last 31 runs have been essentially won very early? I think that there's probably, let's say, I don't know, in terms of runs that are, like, virtually guaranteed wins at the end of Act 1, it's probably close to... Well, okay, after the Act 1 boss rewards, let's say, it's probably close to, like, 50% are just, like, almost guaranteed to win after Act 1 boss rewards. It might be even higher. But the point is that Act 1s are still very interesting to play and think about. And there's a large portion of runs that, you know, have still many, many very interesting decision points. Even if you are most likely going to win the run, which obviously you're playing Watcher, so yes, you're going to most likely win the run. But that doesn't mean that the decision points aren't interesting. That doesn't mean that, that the runs aren't difficult, right? The whole point is that, you know, everybody always wants to say, oh, Watcher's easy, Watcher's easy, Watcher's easy. The point is that people who are really good at Watcher make Watcher look easy. But Watcher's not actually that easy, right? Some runs, of course, are very easy, but generally speaking, no. Hitting sentries for free feels good. Hell yeah, it does. Hell yeah, it does. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Lament. I think it's very legit here. Hitting Jawworm for free. Easy clap. Get wrecked, nerd. Cut through fate. Obviously, we take this. Okay, looks like this is just a card remove. This isn't Rush Down or Mental Fortress, so we don't have to think about it. Flurry on sale, I would probably buy. But Bowling Bash on sale, I don't think so. Or, yeah. Bowling Bash on sale, no. Alright, we move on. This is unfortunate. This is really not what you want to see, obviously. Yeah, unfortunately we could not spend our gold here. I was thinking about, like, because ideally what you want to do is you want to not spend your gold at this event. Or you want to spend, like, all of your gold to the shop, so you can't encounter this event. Unfortunate. I mean, yeah, we don't spend 35 gold to heal for 7. This we can do. This we definitely can do. We're very, very healthy, and we're now guaranteed to snipe at least 1 elite. Okay, that's not good. But this is fine, I guess. Okay, so we got our double snipe, which is good. Cloak Clasp and Entropic Brew and a Meditate. Okay. Things are looking up. We upgrade Eruption. It's Slime Boss. Hair is not the best. Double rare card, but they're both garbage. Meditate with Cloak Clasp, by the way. Giga Synergy. It's been a while since I've gotten a Cloak Clasp. We are just flying through this act, by the way. I mean, obviously, that's what happens when you get Lament, right? I will say that we didn't get a ton of value out of these 3 question marks. We got basically Dead Floor, Relic, and like 1 Relic from 2 floors, which is not that great, right? Yeah, we got basically like Dead Floor and like 1 Relic and minus some health in 2 floors. But we do have like an Elite and... an elite and 3 combats to get some stuff going here. We also have a Meditate, which is really huge in terms of deck manipulation, and a Cut Through Fate, which is really huge in terms of deck manipulation. So like our removal situation is quite bad though, because well we might be going here potentially, but yeah, I mean we don't take these. It's just I mean, yeah, you could think about Spirit Shield with this deck, but yeah, probably. I mean, into Slime Boss, like, no way. Okay, Teardrop Locket's insane. Very happy to see that. Rush down, we take that. We don't take this garbage. Okay, now we have to decide whether or not we want to go to the question mark or the Elite. So we missed the Cleric already, which means, well, we also have a pretty high chance to see a fight in a question mark, right? Pretty high chance. What if we see a Shop? Shop is also not awful. It's definitely not good, but it's not awful. And we definitely have a pretty good start here. Ornithopter is a nice sustain relic. We have good potions, like especially with Ornithopter. We have multiple relics that we can feed to Naloth, which is pretty much like the most important metric when you're looking at your Act 1 relics. We have like a solid block relic for Act 2. We have a really nice energy relic. Yeah. Pretty solid stuff. So okay. Obviously we would like to see one cost calm. But we'd also love to see like basically every Act 1 event here is good, right? Like essentially every Act 1 event is good. Are we falling proof though? Locket needs a nerf. I mean, Locket is pretty disgusting. It is pretty disgusting. Relic is super strong, for sure. It is very, very, very strong. Yeah, we still have all 3 removal events on the table, and I'd be very happy to remove here, I think. Let's go for the event. Okay, it's just a combat, and that's fine. I think we do enter Wrath here. Wait, we can just kill both of them, right? Yeah, they're literally just both dead with what we have in hand. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Alright, garbage. Yeah. We especially don't need follow-up with the amount of energy that we have. Like, we really don't need follow-up with how much energy we currently have. Gambler's Brew is very good. It's a very, very good potion. But I probably would like to keep Fear Potion versus Slime Boss. And... And Entropic Brew is extra good because it's a lot of HP with the Ornithopter. So, yeah. We'll skip here. I think we do this. So ideally we erupt into Cut Through Fate, and then... Thinking about Fear Potion, we have 45 damage this turn, which brings him to 33. No, we have more than 45 damage this turn, actually. Okay, so he didn't hit Cut Through Fate. We could just kill this turn with Fear Potion. Fear Potion saves us 16 HP, and gives us Ornithopter value, which is probably pretty good. But again, I really want to save Fear Potion for Slime Boss. It actually doesn't even save us, because we'd play 4 strikes, and then we block for 4 with Cloak Clasp. So we take 12. Alternatively, we could do Strike, Vigilance. We would full block, and we do have Cut Through Fate next turn. But yeah, that's probably way too risky, right? The deck is too big. There's no real guarantee of being able to hit Eruption next turn. What's the potion chance this fight? Okay, well, we haven't used a potion yet. And we have received 3 potions in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fights. So the potion chance is actually pretty low. No, 6 fights. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, it is 5. It is 5. Yeah, 5 fights. 3 potions and 5 fights. So yeah, our potion chance is quite low at the moment. So yeah, let's the Yogg Saron. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. God, I miss Yogg sometimes. I remember like the funniest Yogg was the pre-nerf Yogg, where he would kill himself but the spells would keep going. So you just like slam Yogg and just, oh god, it was so dumb. Space Mang. Thank you so much for the...
Year, ya filthy danimal.
Thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Appreciate you, gamer. Happy New Year to you as well. Let's just take the damage, yeah. Okay, so we did get a potion, which is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, last chance for us to pick up some actual damage, which we didn't really find a lot of in this act. But we do have, like, Fear Potion to help carry us through. This War Paint is not... Well, it's actually going to be fine, right? It's actually going to be fine. With a Meditate, we actually don't mind really blocking in here. If it hits Vigilance, we're going to be very happy. And I think it has a slightly greater than 50-50 chance to do so. No, it's just 50-50, right? Acceptable number of times to heal in an act. I mean, that really depends. It is heavily dependent on many factors. I would say that, like, generally speaking, if you're taking elites and you need to rest in order to do that, that's usually worth it, right? Yeah, Battle Hymn is all we need. Battle Hymn is actually genuinely probably at its best here. It's still not good, but it's probably at its best. Good morning, Crispy. Yeah, I mean, certainly we would like to see actual damage here, which we have not seen. We'll probably upgrade this Cut Through Fate, though. That'll help with our damage a little bit. And do we think about Duplication Potion? Probably not, right? Again, like, Entropic is really good with Ornithopter, and we kind of want to save this Fear Potion for Slime Boss if we end up needing it. Yeah, that's generally speaking a good philosophy. But again, every run is quite unique. Okay, so we're not adding a card here, which means we can pick up the War Paint. Okay, we did hit Double Defend, which is a bit unfortunate, but honestly, like, you know, defend pluses plus the cloak clasp are really going to give us a pretty solid block for a long time here. And I, generally speaking, like a deck to be a slightly more defensive when I have a meditate. So yeah, it's going to be really sad if we find like a P-box, though. Did you consider using Fear Pot just to heal? I did, but our potion chance was really low. Our potion chance was like 20% or something. So, so yeah. I mean, we could have used Fear Pot to save ourselves 17 HP. But the chances of us getting a potion here were incredibly slim. A bit higher than 50%. Yeah. The Spire giveth at the most inconvenient times. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Slime Boss should be completely fine here with the Fear Potion. And with Rushdown, Meditate, like, we should be totally chilling. And we can probably upgrade the Cut Through Fate. Feel pretty good about that. Yeah, no. We would like to take more good damage, but this is not it. We could upgrade Rushdown, but I actually don't think that Rushdown upgrade matters as much when we have Teardrop Locket. So yeah, let's just go with the Cut Through Fate upgrade here. Yeah, not a spectacular start. Oh, really not a spectacular start, huh? So next turn we're drawing 4 cards and a card with the Cut Through Fate. Is it worth Miracling the Strike? Next turn we have 5 energy, right? So this is 2 energy. Yeah, it's probably worth Miracling the Strike here. Alright, well-utilized Fear Potion, I would say. And we get yet another potion. We get a Scrawl, that's very good. Scrawl, obviously incredible with Cloak Clasp, obviously just incredible in general. And it's also quite nice with Teardrop Locket specifically. So yeah, very happy to pick that up. And, yeah, we got insanely lucky with potions this act. And we get the Pyramid Relic. Yeah, generally speaking, I would say that the Pyramid Relic is quite strong. So, yeah, we will take this. So now what we're looking for is removal. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 real cards in the deck. So yeah, we definitely are a bit behind on removals. The good news is that we don't really have to take cards for a long time. But yeah, I mean, we just take Pyramid. It's insane. Okay, so we can go to an early shop here in Act 2. The question is, do we want to do that? We can only go to a maximum of 2 elites. There's only a maximum of 2 elites. So we are heavily incentivized to take this, this spicy elite right here. We are also heavily incentivized to go to, like, this shop and this elite. If we are going to... So we have 100 and 125, so we can already remove twice in shops, right? What's our boss here? Our boss is Champ. Champ should be completely fine. We do need some kind of damage scaling, though, for Champ. Currently, our problem with the deck right now is that we don't actually have any, like, good damage. The most damage that we can do per energy is 18. And that's simply not going to cut it. We need to find some way to augment our damage. Ideally, something like a flurry of blows or similar. Establishment would be a win. True. Establishment would be a win. We should be able to... I mean, we have Block Potion and Ornithopter and Entropic Brew. We should be fairly okay to take some hallways here. Yeah, we need Establishment or one-cost Calm, and then we also need to find a block solution. If we don't find Establishment, that is. Forethought, or not Forethought, Enlightenment would also be a win. Yes, Potion Chance does reset between acts. So really, I only see... There is this path, which is kind of interesting, but not really, right? Not really. Gravy, you're a mod. You can make the command. I believe in your abilities. With Pyramid, would you take Spirit Shield for the block? Excellent question. And the short answer is no. The reason is that we don't need any help with block for a very long time. And Spirit Shield is not exactly required for like any of our end game block scaling ideas. So yeah, we just don't need it. I mean, with the Cloak Clasp augmenting our block already, like the Cloak Clasp is going to provide a massive amount of block. So like any turn where we need to block, we can play, for example, like we're basically going to be in calm at the end of every turn, right? So we can play, for example, like Eruption, Vigilance, Defend. So that's 4 card plays, but it also, like, we're also going to be playing Rushdown, so it's kind of like, we can play, like, Defend, Eruption, and then, like, Defend, Meditate even, something like that. So we can block for 24 just with Defends, and then we're going to have basically a full hand at the end of the turn, so Cloak Clasp is going to block for an additional 10. So we can block for 34 on any given turn, which is already enough block to deal with basically almost every single enemy in the game up until about like Act 3 elites is where that block starts to not be enough, right? So we essentially have every single fight in the game solved from a block perspective until Act 3 elites. And Spirit Shield is not the best card to scale block into the late game. So like, there's no real reason to take Spirit Shield right now. Although, potentially, if we get later on into the run and we're very desperate, Spirit Shield could be something that we would be interested in. Do I have water? I don't have water. Oh, no. Okay. Let's, Again, we basically have 2 decisions. Either we go to this early shop, or we... Like, and we also go to a late shop, or... we go for the question marks here. And I think what I need to do is I need to think about how good how good the question marks are, on average, and then get back to this idea here. So give me a couple minutes. I'm just gonna very very quickly run to the kitchen and fill up my water. I'll be right back. Like water, indeed. Um, right. Okay, so let's talk about events. Vampires Dead Floor, Mausoleum Dead Floor, Forgotten Altar Dead Floor. So that's 3 dead floors. Red Mask Gang, obviously very good. Let's see. Library, obviously very good. Apparitions, we probably are still taking. Especially with Pyramid, apparitions get, like, insane. So apparitions are really good. Augmenter is really good. Ancient Writing is just a free removal. Cleric is a removal. Yeah, certainly a lot to like here, but, you know, honestly, like, I don't even mind just going to a bunch of combats. We're, like, with Pyramid, we don't necessarily have to hit, like, super high removal targets here. With Establishment already winning the run, we also potentially don't even have to add 1-cost Calm. So, yeah. I think we can probably just go to this early shop, get our removal, fight the fights. We have, again, like, lots of, we have Sustain with Ornithopter. We're pretty solid. The Slay the Spire devs have officially announced that they're done doing updates for PC Slay the Spire and begun work on the next project. What do we all as a community think Slay the Spire 2 would look like? I don't think that they're even confirmed to be working on Slay the Spire 2. I think that they're working on I don't know if it's going to be a game that's similar to Slay the Spire or slightly different. Yeah, I don't really like the idea of a Slay the Spire 2, honestly. Not a huge fan of Slay the Spire 2. Thanks for that follow, friend. I think that Slay the Spire is a fine game as it is, and they really shouldn't try to make Slay the Spire better because it's already an incredible game. If and when they make another game, I will for sure play it because they deserve, like, you know, in my opinion, Slay the Spire is such a good game that, like, it doesn't matter what they put out next. Like, I will play it, even if there's only a small chance that it's as good as Spire. Do you think the modding community will keep Slay the Spire alive in the long term? I think that the Slay the Spire itself will keep Slay the Spire alive in the long term. I don't think that it's at all necessary to have the modding community get involved in terms of the longevity of the game, because like we've been playing it for a long time. I mean, the community is really strong. The game has so much depth. I've played for thousands of hours, and I really only feel like I'm even slightly close to getting to be, like, proficient at one character. So, there's just an incredible amount of depth in the game. And I think that Slay the Spire will live for a very long time just off its own merit. Yeah, I mean, I think we can take 4 hallways here. Again, like, we don't need a ton of removals because we already have, like, Scrawl and Pyramid, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 real cards. So we only need, technically, 3 removals if we don't add any, 4 removals if we do. 4 removals would be 100, 125, 150, 175, which we're definitely going to have the gold to do. We already have 100 plus 125 in the tank, and we're going to be getting, if we go to a lot of hallways this act, we'll be getting quite a bit of gold. We'll get 60 gold from these hallways. We'll get an additional 30 here, so that's 90 gold already. We'll get another 30 here, another 30 here, so that's 150 already, and then we'll get an additional 80 gold from the boss, which is already like 230, and then with what happens in Act 3, we'll have plenty of gold, is what I'm trying to say. If we just end up removing at shops, we'll have plenty of gold, and that's assuming that our boss relic gives us no removals, which it very well could. So yeah. We could also see something like the Abacus or whatever, which would be really good. Yeah, let's just start here. Just gonna go up here, hopefully take the Spicy Elite, and yeah. Alright, this fight should be quite good for us. I don't actually think that we need to Miracle. No, we should just Miracle. Okay, Halt is interesting. It significantly increases our ability to block. Insane replayability for the price tag, yeah. Oh god. Yeah, so Halt significantly increases our ability to block. The thing is that Halt is very similar to Spirit Shield, because we just don't need it right now. There may come a time later in the run where we would pick a Halt or similar, but that time is not now. Follow-Up also does significantly increase our ability to deal damage, but I also think that Follow-Up is not quite, like, we can hold out just a little bit longer here. Okay, here's a Mental Fortress. We probably take that. Mental Fortress significantly increases our ability to block, and makes either Fear No Evil or Inner Peace instantly a win, essentially. We could consider Medical Kit. Medical Kit is kind of like 2 removals. We also need to be slightly concerned about slavers right now. Like, by the time we get here, we really want to be able to kill spicy slavers, and we're not there yet. We are definitely not there yet. Medical kit would ensure that we never die to slavers, because we can continuously play the wounds. Medical kit does not allow us... We could purchase exactly medical kit and remove here. Which, again, for the functions of the you know, being able to execute the infinite in, like, the heart fight or the spear and shield fight, you know, medical kit does do a lot in that particular circumstance. One talk to the hand as block solution, yeah. Yeah, one talk to the hand as block solution is, certainly not ideal. Yeah, I think we just go remove Mental Fortress here. And we're pretty content with that. We'll still have plenty of money to be able to remove at this shop, even if we have to skip this. Which is fairly unlikely that we will. Yeah, Consecrate, I could actually see. Maybe we would take a Consecrate, like Consecrate Plus if it were offered. I could see us taking here. We also could have considered removing a strike over the defend, but with, like, Mental Fortress added, it's very marginal. It's very marginal. None of these potions, like, I would definitely consider buying one of these if it was, like, a flex potion or something, but we don't have that, so... Oh, we can meditate the eruption if we do this, actually. That's pretty cool. Miss out on one draw here, but it's okay. So can we do 65 next turn? With the miracle, I think so? I think so. And if we can't, we can also easily block. The dazed are kind of annoying, but it's fine. Okay, there's the Consecrate, there's an Empty Mind. I don't really think that we need Empty Mind. With Pyramid, it's not really necessary for filling our hand. It doesn't really do that much for us. We're not, like, starved for an exit because we have already, like, a small deck and we have the Eruption and the Rushdown, right? So We don't really need this. If we were to take something here, it would be Consecrate. And I definitely could see Consecrate just because we really want to take this elite, and if it is specifically Slavers, we are definitely in some trouble here. In terms of just being able to output raw damage, we're not quite at a point where we can output exactly enough raw damage, and we don't have a potion solution for that, right? If we had, say, a flex potion or similar, I would reconsider. Yeah, the only thing is that we are quite behind on removals. I mean, ideally we would find an Establishment or a Violet Lotus, and either of those things kind of instantly wins the run for us from a removal perspective, because we'd only need to get 2 more removals. Yeah, the deck is really good. The deck is really good. We actually took Lament, which is basically the most interesting thing that's happened this run. We would have swapped into Tiny House if we had swapped. Yeah. If we see, like, I mean, honestly, we're just completely fine, right? Because if we see Energy, we probably don't even need to go infinite to scale enough with what we currently have. There's also potential for, like, Prostrate to do pretty disgusting things in a deck like this. Mocking Lament. I mean, I have taken Lament in the streak before. Like, there was a run where I took Lament. Yes, normally Lament is really bad. But in this, like, in very specific paths, Lament can actually be quite good. And we got, like, a double Elite Snipe, which was pretty solid. The question marks were kind of awful too. Like, that act was pretty solid except for the question marks. Like, everything else about the act was pretty good. I mean, we were able to pick up Cut, Meditate, and Rushdown, which from a card perspective is excellent. We also got Scrawl at the end, and we got Pyramid, so, you know, yeah, nothing to really complain about from Act 1, honestly. Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we take this, we'll go to 11, which means we need 3 removes, which is not, like, I would feel a lot better about it if we had, more question marks that we could go to this act, which we don't, right? We don't have more question marks that we can go to this act, which is kind of sad. Yeah, I'm actually going to say no. If this was upgraded for free, I would probably take it, but it's not upgraded for free, so... And we also have, like, a decent amount of block, which means I'm not really scared of Book of Stabbing or Gremlin later. Yeah, I guess Book of Stabbing could still be a little scary, huh? Yeah, especially, like, max HP book. But we have more time, right? We have 2 more card rewards to look at, and potentially potions that we can get from these as well, which would help us to solve this fight. Yeah, we have more time. Okay, well, what about Swift Pot? Swift Pot doesn't really do that much with Pyramid, right? Yeah, the idea is that so the problem is that we have Pyramid, right? So if we get too many wounds, either in Book of Stabbing or in Slavers, we straight up die. That's the issue. There is potential to literally just actually straight up die to Book or Slavers if we get too many wounds. And we don't actually have, like, that much. I mean, you don't need to know, like, the ranges of the style to just look at this deck and see how much damage we can do in a turn, right? You know, in an ideal turn, we can do, like, we can do Eruption, and then play Eruption, and then cut into Eruption, and then we have to go into Calm, basically, right? So we'd have to play, like, a Strike, and then we could play Meditate, for example. So that's assuming that we don't need to block at all, by the way. But in that turn where we do that exact line, Eruption, so it's 27 damage, and then cut into Eruption. So that's 18 plus another 18, so 27 plus 36. So, you know, what I'm saying is that we just don't have the damage. Like, 27 plus 36 is not that much, right? That's kind of the most that we can do in a single turn. So yeah, the more that I think about, I mean, we can upgrade this technically right away. Obviously, we would like to upgrade either Scrawl or Rushdown here. And even Mental Fortress wants an upgrade. But we're getting 3 upgrades this act. And, you know, we can probably upgrade, like, Scrawl, Mental, and Consecrate would be completely fine. And yeah, I mean, the point is that I just really, really don't want to die. I really want to be able to take this fight, is the idea. And I mean, we could do something crazy like cracking the Entropic. Like, let's say we have to use Block Pot in this fight and then we don't get a potion. I could see, like, cracking the Entropic, seeing what's in it. If there's good stuff, we go left. If there's not good stuff, we go right. But, I mean, we really want to do this. We really, really, really want to do this because it's 2 elites, which is the most that we can take in the act. And it's also getting the Spicy Elite out of the way. Which is very, very, very helpful for opening up our Act 3 pathing, obviously. But God, taking... Okay, well, I guess we took it. Whoops. It's not bad. It's not bad. I did actually just accidentally click on it, but I think that was my brain just telling me that it should be done. Yeah, technically Swiftpot can be really nice on, like, a turn 1 of a book or a Slavers. But so is Blockpot. Blockpot's pretty nice here, too. Blockpot, perfect full blocks here. Okay, there's a Prostrate. It's not upgraded. And it's probably too early to be looking at Prostrate as scaling. There may come a time when we're desperate enough to take this card, but now is certainly not that time. Okay, this is a fight that we definitely need to be at least slightly scared of. I actually want to meditate the eruption and the consecrate here, because we can keep them at 0 cost, which is good. Not if we do that though. Oh, Sneko's just gonna give us infinite. What a complete idiot. What an absolute loon Sneko is. Okay. Did somebody say that fight was gonna be difficult? Okay, pressure points for damage scaling. Probably not. I am kind of feeling in a Krakentropic kind of mood. Flurry is interesting, but we took Consecrate, so there's really no reason to take Flurry here. Consecrate is, like, almost just a strictly better Flurry. It's not actually, but it's close. It's close to being just a strictly better Flurry here. Yeah, I really don't want to straight up die. If we don't get good potions from this, we will not be taking the Spicy Elite here, I think. Alright, let's see what we get. Okay, Energy Potion is quite good, as is Cultist Potion. That's probably enough. That's probably enough. With the combination of these two, we should never die here. Consecrate, Rushdown, Scrawl, I think are the big contenders. Regen Gremlin, yeah. I think we probably need to just do Consecrate, though, for the raw damage numbers. We have Energy Potion, right? So the energy upgrades matter less. Oh my god, it is Regen Gremlin. Hilarious. But you can see how much Consecrate is doing for us here, right? It's, like, obviously doing a massive amount. Soccer, thank you so much for the gift sub. Appreciate ya. Oh, okay, we take 1 damage. Whoops. Cosmetic damage. Cosmetic damage, everyone. Okay, Shovel is not really that great. These suck. Liquid Memories. I mean, right now, Liquid Memories is probably better than, like, Energy Pot. Yeah. I like the idea of being able to use Cultist Potion for, I don't know, for, like, Champ or Time Eater or something. Liquid Memory is definitely better than Energy Potion. And Energy Potion is better than Ghost in a Jar, so... Interesting idea there. We do want to upgrade the Mental Fortress somewhat quickly. We don't have a question mark to go to, but we do have this question mark. If this question mark is exactly Dupe Shrine, Then I suppose we'll be kind of sad if we upgrade Scrawl here, so we could upgrade Rushdown or Mental for that purpose, but like, we honestly, even duping Scrawl is not even that bad. I think we could actually dig here as well, huh? Cultist solves Champ easily, yeah. I mean, I think our deck already probably does very well against Champ, but Cultist completely solves it, yeah. It means that we don't have to worry at all. Whereas before we maybe had to worry a little bit. I mean, we can tank and execute. We're going to be really healthy going into the champ fight, so... Yeah, so that's the idea here, is that, right, thanks for that follow, by the way, friend. The dig does seem not super great when we don't have these upgrades, but these upgrades do lose a lot of value when, if we find an energy relic, and, like, the only upgrade that we really need is Mental Fortress. If we're going to end up non-infinite, this upgrade is pretty massive, but we still don't need to do it. Like, I'd rather upgrade Mental Fortress here, probably. And, yeah, something like a Fusion Hammer is certainly on the table here, right? Because we can just dig at every rest site, so they're not actually dead floors. Strike Dummy is actually really good. This is just like free damage augmentation, because a lot of our damage does come from strikes right now. So yeah, this significantly increases the amount of damage that we can do. We obviously go left over right here if we wanted to do this path instead. Oh, baby. It's a major bag alert. Bag Pyramid is one of my absolute all-time favorite relic combinations. Windmill Strike stock is rising. Lol. I mean, you're not technically wrong. Yeah, basically, Pyramid is an incredible relic. The only turn where Pyramid does nothing for you is turn 1. So, turn 1 is your weakest turn when you have Pyramid, and Bag of Prep makes it, like, so much better, because not only do you have more options on turn 1, but the cards that you don't play are still going to get retained by the Pyramid. So it's like they just perfectly complement each other. They perfectly complement each other. Like, the thing that sucks about Bag is that sometimes you draw into a bunch of good cards and you can't play them all, but when you can't play them, Pyramid just keeps them. And the thing that sucks about Pyramid is that you only draw into 5 cards on turn 1, and Bag solves that. Take 2 here, completely acceptable, of course. That's a lot of damage. Okay, Distilled Chaos is very good. Second Rushdown. Second Rushdown opens up a lot of things. It does get significantly worse with Pyramid. Significantly worse with Pyramid. Kuro is secretly cracked at chess. Yeah. I was doing puzzles. I really enjoy puzzles actually almost more than playing games. Um, and I've been getting like much better at the puzzles. I think if I played a lot of puzzles, I mean I'm at like a 1700 puzzle rating now or something like that. And I think that if I did like, I mean I've played like 15-minute sessions a couple of times. And yeah, I would definitely play chess puzzles on stream. I think that would be really fun. So this is a little awkward currently. It does allow for some interesting things, such as forethought for block positivity. Although it's fairly unlikely that that's actually going to be a thing that we want to do. Yeah. If this was upgraded, I would like almost snap click it. But now, I mean, we definitely are... Like, okay, what does second rushdown allow us to do that we don't already do? Not that much, really. Not that much. So, I think we don't need this right now. There are many other ways that we can make an infinite happen here. I don't think we need it. Distilled Chaos... It's a little awkward with Meditate, right? But it's not that hard to, like, get Meditate in hand and have it be okay. I kind of like our potions, though. I'm kind of cool to leave Chaos on the ground here. Although, in terms of this elite, Chaos might be a bit better. But, eh. Yeah, I think this just, like, has potential to brick early draws. I mean, we do have... So, it is slightly less necessary for us to be concerned about putting cards like Rushdown into our deck. But I mean, yeah, I want to keep digging and... Yeah, I mean, okay, let's think about how we actually, like, because we have an infinite with Violet Lotus, we have an infinite with Enlightenment, technically. We have an infinite... There are a lot of things which give us an infinite, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 real cards, so we do need 3 more removals, which is not exactly easy for us to do, given the fact that they cost 125, 150, and 175. So basically 450 gold. We need to get an additional 250 gold, which, I mean, we most likely will do, right? There's 60 here, there's 80 here, so that's already... And, like, 100 in Act 3 seems quite reasonable. What's up, Zackles? Never seen Teardrop Locket before? Yeah, so it's a Watcher-exclusive uncommon relic. Which is, potentially why you've never seen it before. Violet Lotus gives an infinite after removes, yeah. Locket on Ironclad is not very good. Yeah, I mean, Locket is obviously a useless relic when you're playing other characters, but yeah. This might even be a deck where we could consider a Purity, if we ended up needing that. Yeah, Double Rushdown just feels like it is not actually going to be super necessary here. I mean, it's probably like... I mean, I'm just trying to think about what it could possibly open up that we don't do already, right? I don't really think there's that much, you know? Yeah, I don't really think that there's that much that it actually opens up for us. I don't want to Distilled Chaos into Meditate, so let's not do that. Okay, this turn would have been very cringe if we were getting attacked, but we're not getting attacked, so GG, Snake Plant. There's that Prostrate again, and again, I don't think that we really want to take it. It's going to be a very long time until we need to consider taking a Prostrate or similar. Okay, there's Inner Peace. We unfortunately cannot do Inner Peace and card removal, though. Which really sucks. It actually really sucks. And I mean, with Inner Peace, we would need 4 removals, right? We would need 4 removals. Is it 212? Oh, it is 212. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Alright. Okay, we have just enough money. So, because we have just enough money, it's probably worth it. Yeah, it's gotta be worth it. We can probably remove a strike over a defend. Okay, not slavers. That's nice. We need to block for 6, but we're gonna easily do that. I say easily, but... Right, okay, 21. Which means we're already easily blocking if we just play, like, Cut Through Fate Meditate here. Obviously don't take these. Bottling, like, Rushdown. Honestly, probably not even that great. We'd rather draw into Scrawl on turn 1 than Rushdown. There's no real reason to bottle. I guess the reason would be technically some sort of, like, falling ideas. Yeah. I think the idea with falling, though, is that we can probably always lose a skill. Because, like, hopefully we can find some kind of way to make Vigilance work. Got all 20 tonight? Lol. We can't lose Inner Peace right now, that's true. But later we can. Like, whatever, dude. This is very whatever. If this is a shop, we're very sad, right? Yeah, if this is a shop, we're incredibly sad. If it's gold, we're pretty happy. It can't be cleric, right? It also can't be knight. If it's like, oh my god, imagine if it's knowing skull. Okay, we're going left. We're going left. I mean, yeah, it's got to be correct to go left. There's no way it's not. Oh yeah, also Colosseum. Knowing skull, I would probably just click until like we're almost dead. I mean, the bottle is like fine, right? It's fine. I don't even know what I would put in the bottle, honestly. It probably doesn't really matter, to be perfectly honest. Click random colorless cards, yeah, of course. Yeah, it's very difficult to even say whether or not Bottled Rushdown is actually good. I legitimately have no clue whether or not Bottled Rushdown is good. Bottled Rushdown is 2.2% more likely to win. Bottle the Scrawl? True, true. I think I'm gonna skip on it. I don't think that we need it. I don't think it makes sense to take this. Okay. Gold? I'll take that. Yeah, 50 gold is definitely better than a hallway here. And... Okay, do we, at this point, dig or upgrade Mental Fortress? Because if we find, like, Fusion Hammer, specifically Fusion Hammer, which we would definitely take Fusion Hammer over Skip, right? If we find specifically Fusion Hammer, we would really like to have Mental Fortress upgraded. But also, like, you know, Smiling Mask, Old Coin are big considerations here. Yeah, Smiling Mask, Old Coin are kind of really important. Yeah, it helps a little bit in Champ, it's true. Potentially more than the Relic would. We can also just, like, not take Fusion Hammer, you know? But, I mean, if Fusion Hammer is up against garbage, like, we did see Tiny House and... Well, it was Tiny House, Pyramid, and... Choker, maybe? I don't know. I just closed my eyes and clicked the Pyramid. Be up for a P-Box here. I mean, I don't think we need help with Champ. I really don't. No. I mean... We have, like, a lot of ways to generate block. I'm just gonna upgrade the Mental Fortress. I think it's fine. It sucks that we're one card off. I mean, technically this Consecrate is, like, super cringe right now, right? But I don't think it was incorrect to take it. Because we can still do, like, this, right? Like, we can still gain a stupid amount of block in a turn. It's like casual 65 block, no big deal. So we're getting Weakened next turn. We won't be vulnerable for Execute if we split now. Good thing we weren't vulnerable for Execute. Omniscience is hilarious because it's technically a removal. It's not actually good, but it is technically a removal, which is funny. Omni is the only card in Watcher's library that says exhaust another card on it. Silent doesn't have one at all, actually, right? Silent does not have a card that allows you to exhaust another card. Defect has Recycle. Ironclad obviously has a ton of things. And Watcher just has Omniscience. Yeah, Jabasted is 4 energy, purity, minus. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we don't need any of this garbage. Exhaust a card and create copies of others? Yeah, we're not gonna take that. Okay, pretty cringe here. Pretty cringe, honestly. No Astro, no P-Box. So we're gonna have to get 3 removals the old-fashioned way. Which, yeah, unless we get a removal and a question mark, it's not very likely that will happen. Like, we'll probably only get 2 removals, which means we need to find something for the heart fight, but I think that what we can do is we can probably just save the cultist pot for the heart fight. If we save the cultist pot for the heart fight, we should be completely fine here. We also just don't find energy, which is kind of annoying. Chris Cringel, indeed. Send relics to the moon. Yeah, I mean, Black Star, like... So technically we probably don't really want to fight elites here, because Nemesis is pretty sus. Yeah, Nemesis is, like, very, very sus at the moment. Yeah, I think we can just take the Sacred Bark and, like, let Cultist Potion carry the heart fight if we need it to. Like, we're gonna get 2 removals. Almost guaranteed that we're gonna get 2 removals here. Okay, so what's the absolute worst 3 cards that Falling can take? Eruption... Well, it doesn't matter, because we can't really lose any of the powers, right? If it takes, like, Eruption and Inner Peace, we're very sad. But that technically doesn't even kill us, really. It sucks, but it doesn't kill us. So we probably just go into events. We're probably just very headstrong about events here. We've already seen White Beast, unfortunately. So we can technically not... We have to take at least 1 elite, but we don't have to do that until, like, the end of the act. So... yeah, we probably just go hard on events here and try to look for, like, either Madness or Purity. Another Inner Piece, we don't... Well, it technically protects us from falling slightly, but it also... It also means that if we don't see falling, we need to remove another card, which is very weird. I probably like our potion still. Distilled Chaos is, again, weird with Meditate. Okay, well, this is not an event. Right. We don't have Rushdown in play. This Cloak Clasp is gaming. Zeknar, thank you for the raid, friend. I had you on the other side, but I didn't see. I thought your run wasn't quite over. Did you win? Did you just go through it that fast? It looked really strong. You had, like, Snecko and everything. Yeah, super broken run. Okay, good, good, good. $4,000 poison on the heart. Oh, that seems pretty good. Generally speaking, I would consider putting 4,000 poison on the heart to be fairly strong. We are also playing Watcher, so our run is fairly strong. Okay, this is perfect. We get a free removal out of this. It's exactly what we wanted. Losing the Consecrate is a little weird, but we don't have to fight an elite until here, and now we can just burn the Cultist pot, so Nemesis is not really a problem. Yeah, we have Pyramid, we have all of the infinite pieces, so yeah, we're pretty much vibing here. And Falling just gave us a removal. Unfortunately, like, obviously we would have preferred to remove a strike, but this is fine. This is completely fine. Okay, no Purity here. Purity might be better than removal right now, but... okay, so for Nemesis specifically, attack density is actually kind of important because we need to murder him. Exodia, indeed. Congratulations on your win, Zeknar. That is awesome. And what are you now, like 70... What is it, 74? 73? Something like that? 73% secured? Oh, 72 and 23. Okay. Okay, so 5 runs to go. 5 runs to go. 72% already secured. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah. Totally nuts. Totally nuts. My man's is killing it. Okay, so we just need to earn 175 gold. Or was that was 150, right? Or was that 125? I'm so confused now. 75, 100, 125, 150. Yeah. Yeah, it was 150. Yeah, so we need to get 125 gold here, which might actually mean that we need to go to elites, right? Because how are we getting 125 gold? Like, let's say that this is 15. I mean, okay, so 30, 30, 60. Yeah, we might actually need to go to the elites for... Yeah. Chest gold. Maximum realistic win rate for Watcher if you can take 6 hours for a run but don't have any beforehand knowledge. Somewhere between 95 and 100%. It's very difficult to say where in that lies. But yeah, somewhere between 95 and 100%. I don't actually need to take 6 hours per run in order to play to my maximum in many runs. So, you know, that's not really relevant to put that in there. Like, I don't think that I'm losing... I might lose, like, maybe 1% win rate playing, like, 3-hour average runs instead of 6-hour average runs, but, like, Yeah, I mean, it's somewhere between 95 and 100%, and it's incredibly difficult to tell you exactly where in that lies. Okay, so we don't have an energy relic, which means that it would be nice to upgrade either Rushdown or Scrawl at some point. I'm still just thinking about digging, though, because we can dig up, like, Smiling Mask or similar. Yeah, we only have 9 real cards in the deck now. Yeah, the game is incredibly difficult, and there's so much depth, and that's what we like about it, right? That's one of the main things that we enjoy about the game. Even then, 110% is realistic. Yeah, I don't exactly know about that one. Yeah, Shuriken's also decent. Not actually that great. Yeah. Oh, that is good. That's actually really good. Yeah, that's quite solid. This guy is unfortunately very cringe, but what are you gonna do? And here we go again. Alright, is this a kill-all moment? We can just do something like, no. Okay, so 67 gold. The thing is, if we don't go to this elite, we go to, like, a bunch of fires, and we might not make it anyway, right? I think we just go to the elite here. We have, like, with these potions, we never die, even to Nemesis. Okay, it is Nemesis, but we're not getting burned on turn 1, which means that we should just win here. Oh yeah, okay, we can even infinite on turn 1. That's pretty sick. I was hoping that we wouldn't have to think about infiniting on turn 2. skill. Indeed. Okay, Blessing of the Forge is kind of interesting. Probably not actually that good, though. Yeah, probably not actually that good, though. Like, imagine looking at this card reward screen and going, ah, yes, I'm going to take one of these. Can you just actually imagine yourself, like, being in that position? God, that's disgusting. Red plus blue equals purple? Indeed. Indeed. Right, we need to take the blue key. So 95, we still need to get to 150 here. We didn't get gold out of the chest. So... yeah, on average, we do get to 150. On average. So, basically my thoughts here are, if for some reason we are unable to, if for some reason we are unable to get the removal here because we low roll the gold, right, then we will have to use the cultist potion for the heart fight. And we will attempt to win the heart fight off the back of the cultist potion. So we're probably actually not using the cultist potion in Time Eater, which has me looking at this flex potion and saying, do we need to use the flex potion in order to kill Time Eater? Yeah, Courier's already accounted for. How much gold did we get, by the way? Okay, so we need to exactly... I don't want to go to this question mark, because this question mark, if it's, I think that Yeah, so we need to exactly get the average amount of gold here. If we low roll, we will lose. Or not lose, but we won't be able to remove. Because the courier... So technically speaking, we could go here, and we would basically always get the remove. But if this question mark is exactly match and keep into either normality or pain, we just instantly lose the run. 140 gold. Hold on. 175 times 0.8. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, never mind then. I don't know why I was thinking it was 150. It's like so low chance? Yeah, but when you have a guaranteed win with literally everything else, then, you know. Okay, so if it's 140, then we'd have to catastrophically low roll in order to miss out on it, so I'm totally cool to go this way. Rest site and then dig old coin? Yeah. And at this point, I think we probably do just upgrade the Scrawl and the Rushdown. For, like, Act 4. We need to be fast in Act 4. So we take the Dead Node here. We are guaranteed... We can look at the shop, I guess, but there's no real point because we're just gonna be removing anyway, so we're cool. We're gonna be removing attack. Yeah, whatever. We take the Dead Node. It's fine. We don't need this garbage. We say hello to Snake Lady. Okay, so we can afford to take one wound here. So, yeah, the reason that we're gonna make the energy upgrades now is basically because the thing that's preventing us from going infinite on turn 1 is we don't have enough energy to play our cards, right? So, if we play, if we have like 2 extra energy effectively on turn 1, that will give us the energy required. Oh look, it's extra energy. Oh, that's nice. And eat pet the flowers? Yeah, so you see here, like, if we didn't have that extra energy, we wouldn't be infinite on this turn. But because we do have the extra energy, we are infinite on this turn. And that could potentially be important versus the Act 4 elites. Now, given a perfect draw order, we could already go infinite on turn 1, but now this means that with basically any draw order, we go infinite. I think I've already used Kill All in, like, a game of the streak. I mean, I'd rather not do it. It was, like, really early on, so, you know, if the streak police want to come after me, I don't really care. I mean, honestly, like, it's so painfully obvious to anybody who is watching that, like, Kill All just doesn't actually make any difference, so... Sudden urge to play Overwatch? Interesting. I did play Overwatch a while ago. Oh, I'm not saying we're guaranteed to go infinite turn 1. I'm saying that it's, like, it's much more likely with the upgrade, is what I'm saying. Oh, and also, if we do get Inner Peace on turn 1, then we have Teardrop Locket, so Inner Peace draws. We probably want to set Happy Flower on 1. Or 2. Whenever I say put it on 1, I mean, like, we want it on turn 1. Okay, so we can use the Cultist Potion in this fight, because there's no reason to use it in the Elite or the Heart fight. And with just a single inner piece, or with just a single mental fortress, the Eruption inner piece loop does sometimes need some help versus Time Eater. So we might be able to kill through the... I think we can. Yeah, we should be able to, right? All right. Infinites are so bad against the Time Eater. It's true. Sure, we'll just do this. The Abacus. It's just a removal, though. There's no reason to do anything else. I think that if this run didn't get Pyramid, it wouldn't have ended up Infinite. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if this run didn't get Pyramid, it wasn't going to be Infinite. I mean, it probably still would have won, given the cards that we saw, but it wouldn't have been Infinite. Try to do this without taking damage, yeah. Actually, the status cards are gonna really mess us up here. We might, like, have to take damage on turn 2. Long press confirmations tech is happening. You know your deck is strong when the greatest threat to ending your run is you accidentally pressing the end turn button. See if we can do this with the potion here. Looks like the answer is no, unfortunately. Rip, we're gonna take 8 damage. Uh, 8 damage. Fight not perfect, abandon run? Indeed. Honestly, for the sake of time, let's not continue to attack this dude while we're weak. How much would it suck to accidentally press the end turn button while being in Wrath? Exactly. That's basically the entire point here, is that it would suck a lot, and that's why we're not gonna do it. That's why I turn on long press confirmations, because that I would be really upset about. There are very few ways that I would actually be upset about losing the streak, and certainly doing something stupid like not taking a key or accidentally pressing, you know, a certain button would be one of them. Incoming nerf. Yeah, I mean, obviously the devs have said that they're done with the game, but if I was doing this while they were still developing the game, I'm sure that they would have done something about it. Mental Fortress too strong? Nah, it's not really Mental Fortress. I mean, Mental Fortress is not really, like, the thing that... I mean, it's kind of the whole package altogether. There are many ways that you could think about trying to nerf Watcher. You know... It's not really about... I mean, it's just about making the character... Because ultimately, it doesn't really matter how strong the character is. Like, because... It matters how fun the character is to play, I think.